What's up? What it do, cyber world? It is your girl, the one and only Ash Said It. AshSaidIt.com. AshSaidIt.com. Baby babies, we are out here on these streets. Excuse them. Wow. Ooh, sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, so I'm out here in these streets, doing what we got to do. We're juicing this weekend, so it might be a little bit antsy, a little bit more energetic than usual, but we're making things happen. Making it happen, Captain. Making it happen, Captain. So, pretty much just putting it out there in the universe. Today is Japan Fest in Duluth, GA. Or really, I should say Lawrenceville, GA. It's kind of a weird line over there. It's Lawrenceville, Duluth. The Infinite Energy Center is hosting Japan Fest this weekend, this Saturday and Sunday. So, if you're out in that area and you want to check out Japan Fest, I suggest you come and do so. It's going to be fun all weekend long. And yes, your girl will be there. And we will be making some things happen. We're covering some of the highlight events that are going to be going down. So shout out to Japan Fest ATL. So japanfest.org for more information if you want to hear about some of the performers that are going to be there, some of the vendors. There's going to be tons and tons of food vendors. So make sure that you get out there. It starts at 10. So I know everybody and their mama, auntie, cousin them is going to be out there today and tomorrow. It's going to be nothing but fun. Looking forward to a great, great time. So hopefully I will see some of your smiling faces out there. If you see Ash, definitely give Ash a shout out. You know what I'm saying? Stop, take a pose, take a picture, tag your girl. Let them know, AshSaidIt.com. Don't stop, don't quit. And yeah, we just do it. We just do it. So it's a great Saturday morning. Great Saturday morning. The sun is out blazing. I hope that you are enjoying some of this weather out here because it's pretty beautiful. Pretty beautiful, and I don't know how long it's going to be warm like this. I say that to say just because, fall is near. And we know who follows fall. Oh, our buddy winter. So it's going to be quite an interesting time, darling. Quite an interesting time. So looking forward to that. But I just want to say that I love you guys so very much. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting the movement. And keep pushing forward no matter what. Keep doing what you do. Don't let anyone talk you out of your dream. A lot of times they talk themselves out of their dream and they don't want to see you live your dream because, oh my goodness, it means that they could have lived their dream as well. There's an idea. But I digress, right? Because I'm crazy with it. I'm Ash Said It, and I'm crazy. I just talk all kinds of stuff that ain't true. No, y'all know that's not the truth. Y'all know that is not the truth. So when they come around there talking all that smack about Ash, you turn and you tell them, you know what? You ain't right. You are not right. You sitting up there talking about Ash. Ash ain't did nothing to you or your family, your kinfolk. Ash ain't did none of that stuff that you sitting up there saying that she didn't do. I'm just joking, you guys. So, like I said, it's a beautiful day. I've got several places to be at the same doggone time. So we're going to see what we can work out. Infinite Energy Center. Infinite Energy Center. I will absolutely be hitting you guys up today. What time? I do not know. Right now I'm headed to Decatur, GA, and we've got some things popping off there. We got some filming and stuff going on. Yeah, because your girl is in the director's chair. It feels pretty awesome. It feels pretty awesome. So I'm looking forward to this, and this is a brand new venture, and soon and very soon I will be able to announce things to you guys. But as right now, as the ink dries on the paper, I got to keep my trap closed. I keep my mouth closed about this one, but I know that you guys are going to love this next project that I'm involved in. I know you're going to love it because I love it, and you guys love what I love, so that's pretty much what it is. But yeah, if you can hear my voice, that means that you're alive. That means you're breathing. That means you have the ability to change your future. That means you have the ability to align your stars to what you want them to be. Don't give someone the power to take that away from you. I mean, what sense does it really make to have power on something and to give someone the ability to change that for you? I don't see the sense in that. It doesn't make much sense to me. So don't do it. At the end of the day, live your life, live your dream, and don't let anyone take that from you. See, a lot of people today, they're just so miserable in life. They're miserable in their jobs. They're miserable in their marriages. They're miserable just to be miserable. And because they're miserable, they want to see other miserable people. They want to know that misery is not solely for them. They want to see everyone else miserable too. So that's why they meddle in people's marriages and relationships. They meddle in people's happiness because they're not happy themselves. Can you imagine what the world would be like if everyone was happy? Oh my goodness. If everyone was quiet and content with themselves and their situations, I couldn't hardly imagine, because this would be a completely different world. But unfortunately, we don't live in that world. The world we live in is a bunch of just really arrogant, angry, and disillusioned people. Completely disillusioned. So make sure that you're not disillusioned, all right? Make sure that you stay in very good contentment in contact with the world, all right? Make sure that you just stay put on stuff. How about that? Just stay put with it. Just stay put. Because it's just, I don't know. It's just really, really weird to be around people that don't want to see you succeed. And it takes you a while to understand that these people don't want you to succeed. Because maybe these people have been around you for 10 plus years. Maybe these people know your family. Maybe these people went to school with you. And they're just always there. They're in that stagnant place in your life. But they don't add anything to it. They don't encourage you. They don't support you. They don't do anything uplifting in your name. So why are they there? Why are they there? Why are they in your life? Why do you have these people around you? I don't know what to tell you. The only thing I can tell you is be very mindful of these people. Be very mindful, and don't give someone your joy. Don't allow them to steal your joy. Do not give people the power to steal your joy. I cannot count on on any hands or feet the number of times that I allowed for people to steal my joy, to take victory from me, to take my happiness. And the only thing that I did was I made a personal pledge to myself not to allow someone to take that from me ever again. Life is too precious. It's a gift. And if people are miserable, let them be miserable on their own. Let them be miserable by themselves. Let them just curl up and do whatever it is that they want to do. Don't let that misery, that disease, don't let it encompass your heart. See, I learned in the last couple of years, strangely enough, people in your circle are not necessarily all for you. You have people in your circle right now that are praying for your downfall. You hear me? They are looking forward to seeing you fall on your face. Their devious plans of destruction, of bringing you down, gives them joy at night. And for that, I say, be careful. Be careful, be mindful, know wholeheartedly that when someone shows you who they are, believe them. Believe them. That's who they actually are. That's in their heart and soul. There's no question about it. That is who they are. So, I would strongly suggest keeping an eye on those people. And, you get that funny feeling about sometimes. Or they may have that quirky remark about that new thing that you're doing. They don't necessarily support it, but they make jokes about it. They tell you what you should do instead. Matter of fact, they give you insight on how to make it better. But they're not doing it for the goodness of you. No. They're doing it to confuse you. They're doing it to throw you off base. They're doing it to throw you off purpose. They're doing it to throw you off completely. Because they don't want to see you succeed. Because it means that if they work just as hard, if not harder than you, they can make their dream succeed. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that, though. They're not about that life. They're, no, that's too much. Too much. So make sure that you're in charge of your future and you don't hand it off to anyone else. People are always quick to give insight on different things or what you should or shouldn't do. I don't suggest that. I don't suggest that. It's okay to get criticisms and ideas from people. Just don't allow them to change what you're doing. Then it becomes their idea and less of yours. It's a word from the wise. I'm not telling you anything that I don't know firsthand and foremost. I'm telling you stuff that I know for a fact. I'm telling you stuff that I've experienced. I can't talk about stuff that I don't know about. I've been in those situations. I've been that person. I was there. I was here. No, I seriously, I was there. And that person was me. I let people in that I should have casted off years ago. I allowed people in my mind that I should have not. And I surrounded myself with hooligans, ratchetness, craziness. I had to take a stance. Because sooner or later, those bad habits, they will rub off on you. They will. There's no question about it. They will rub off on you in the worst way. Then what? So, I would strongly suggest continuing to move forward. Follow your heart. And don't give people power over you. There were a lot of times where I allowed for people to change my mind and change my ideal and, how I should do this or how I should center that. And before you know it, it's less of my idea and all of theirs. So they've kind of changed the rank, if you want to look at it that way. They changed the rank on me. They switched it up. They took control of what I was trying to control. It's a reality, people. It's a reality. It's real. It happens. Just don't let yourself be a victim to it. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and act like, I'm a perfect person. I've always made all the right decisions. I've never made any mistakes. I've never wronged anyone. No, I've done all of those things and then some. I am by no means perfect in any realm. Any realm, none. I'm not perfect. I'm not. I have made mistakes that have taught me costly lessons. Costly as in time. Time is the most expensive thing because money, you can always make money back. But time you can never get back. And I spent time with people that burned out my time and wasted my time and effort and energy. And even though they showed me signs that they were not people that I should be around, I still entertained it. And that's my fault. That was my mistake. And that's something that I ultimately, will have to live with. But I know better now. I know so much better now, y'all. Now where the first sign of issues, they have automatically been dismissed. They have been dismissed. So I just continue doing me. Continue doing me and just let it be what it is. But I just don't want you all that are out there that can hear me, that are listening to me, I don't want you to make those same mistakes. If you've got something on your heart, on your soul, on your mind, something that you want to do, jump out the gate and do it. Make it happen. Make it a reality. There's so many people that don't want to see you succeed. And most of them are in your circle. Most of them are around you. Most of them smile in your face. They will give you a hug while stabbing you in the back. Don't be that victim. Learn from my mistakes. Like I said, I'm not perfect in any realm. I will sit up and tell you guys, I'm not perfect. There are a lot of things that I should have done differently. A lot of things that could have really changed my outcome on a lot of aspects. A lot. But because of the decisions that I've made, things are what they are. Some things were out of my control. But the vast majority of things that were actually in my control, that was the craziness of it. The things that were actually in my control, I could have done differently. And maybe in a lot of aspects, I should have done differently. But that's life. You don't get any redos. You don't get any do-overs. It's just, it is what it is. You learn to live with it. You learn to accept things that are out of your control. Like the past. You can't change the past. The past is there, and it's just the past. It's what it is. But the only thing that you can do is build a better future. Build a better future, and that's it. Build on that future. Don't stay in the past. Now, the past is good for reflection because you can see where you've been. You can see how you've progressed. Just don't harp on the past. Because a lot of times, a lot of us, myself included, sometimes will harp over past experiences and memories, and it will cloud our judgment for the future for us to make these better decisions. Don't do that. You hold yourself back. You limit yourself so much. So much. So the main thing is that you've got to keep pushing forward. You got to. There's no way around it. No way around it. The past is good because it's there. It shows us our growth. It shows us where we've come from and how we've grown and that we've grown. It's that proof that, wow, I am actually growing. Wow, I'm actually doing something better. Wow, I'm actually doing this or doing that. Okay, case in point. So I grew up in the Christian church. I believe in God. And I try to live a fruitful life. It's closest to it. All right, look, I'm a Christian. I'm not perfect. By no means am I perfect. But I try. Now, being that I grew up Christian, I've not always done Christian things. I've not turned the other cheek always. And I've not always done like Jesus. So, years and years ago, I would say in my teens and 20s, I would go off on folks because I felt like it was a disrespect for whatever reason. This person talking sideways about me to someone else, someone lying on me, someone doing whatever. I had to defend my honor, quote unquote, or I had to make my presence known or whatever. So I was known for being that angry black woman. Oh, you gonna talk about Ash? Oh, she gonna get you. Oh, you gonna say this about her? Oh, that's gonna be a wrap. So I through the test of time and everything else, I've really grown up a lot. And I'm really proud of myself because as you're growing, sometimes you don't really notice the growth and you don't really realize the growth until like you have to actually look back and say, oh, I used to do that? Oh, snap. Oh, wow, that's crazy. But it's that look back that helps you recall, okay, wow, well, I really do. I did grow. I have grown up a lot. Wow, didn't think about that. Well, years ago, if someone had, like I said, if someone had wronged me in some aspect, I'd have cussed them out. I'd have did them dirty. I would have just blasted them all over everything, and it would have been a problem. 2016, Ash, I ain't worried about you. I ain't worried. People say all kinds, because at the end of the day, I have no control over what other people think of me. I can only control what I think of me. And I love me. Point blank period, I love me. So I have no control over what other people say. So as my brand continues to grow and word continues to spread about me and people pay for my services, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. There are haters that come out the woodworks. Be it that either people that I've worked with in the past that I no longer work with because they're, crafty, calculating characters. Or, people that tried to get over on me with not paying their balances. Whatever the case it was. Nowadays, we have social media. People try to blast folk on social media. People trying to I'm not doing any of that. If you feel so versed to take time out of your day to blast me across social media, you, my friend, have the bigger issue. You, my friend, you should probably go talk to somebody because that's not normal behavior of an adult. And yeah, not normal. Not in the least. In the least. So nowadays, I have people that are blasting me across social media or to other people that know me and words getting back to me and whatever the case is. I am so unbothered. I'm in a place of maturity that I've never been before. And life has a way of humbling you. And I'm just thankful that I'm in that place. Because had I not been in that place and not really, and really still care about what people thought about me or whatever the case is, I don't know where I would be. I probably wouldn't even be talking to y'all right now because I'd be so caught up in trying to cuss somebody out on Twitter. I'd be so caught up in all the foolishness and all the delusions and all the distractions. Because that's what it is. It's a distraction. It's distracting you from where it wants you to, where you're supposed to go, where your destiny is, what your fate is. So, like I said, there are a lot of people that don't like me. There are a lot of people that wish me bad. There are a lot of people that don't want to see me succeed. And guess what? That pumps me up. I don't get angry. I don't get mad. I don't make up stories. I just do better. I just do better. I do my best. When people are on your back, you're doing something right. They wouldn't be after you if you were doing it wrong. When people come at you for no apparent reason, you're on the right path. You are. You're on the right path, and guess what? They don't want to see you get to that top. They don't want to see that. They ain't about that life. Oh no, they don't want that for you. They want to see you fall. They want to see you fall flat on your face. And guess what? Some of us do fall. I've fallen many old times. Many old times. I can tell y'all, I have fallen on my face. I have fallen, and I didn't even get any help to get back up. I had to dust myself off, shake it off a little bit, get myself up. It's not easy. But I always get up. I always get up. Always, always, always. So, at the end of the day, if you fall, which in this journey of life, it's inevitable. If you haven't fallen yet, you better brace for it. Because it's coming. It's definitely coming. It's definitely coming. So, brace for that fall. And if you do fall, just dust yourself off, baby. Dust yourself off and keep going. Why? Because it is just a bump in the road. It is a bump in the road, and guess what? We all fall. Now, some people, you may not necessarily see them fall, but best believe it. It's happened to every successful person has fallen more than once, more than twice, more times than you'd ever care to recognize. They've fallen. They've bruised. They've scratched up their knees. But they got back up every time. And that's who you see today. Beyonce. A lot of people like for me to talk about Beyonce because I worked with Beyonce on set of a movie years ago when I was in school. And we wasn't like buddy. We wasn't besties. We didn't exchange numbers or nothing like that. But being around her really made me appreciate her journey and appreciate her as a person outside of the whole persona of Beyonce. She's an actual person. And one thing that I really respect about her is she has worked her behind off. Always. The girl has just been working since she was a kid. Her dad was pushing her, mom was pushing her. They poured everything into that child that they could. And look at her now. She's one of the most sought after artists across the board ever in the world. I mean, she's the largest sought after female artist. Who don't know who Beyonce is? Who don't want Beyonce at their birthday party? Everybody knows Beyonce, but like I said, with her, I respect her hustle so much because even though she's reached a stature of success that some people will deem as, oh, wow, well, she ain't got to do nothing to sit on her money. Oh, she got to sit back and... She still hustles. I'm still blown away. When she was pregnant with Blue Ivy, Homegirl was everywhere. She was so smart with her marketing. Like, I mean, her team is amazing. I tip my hat to them because she was down for the count, you know, later on in the pregnancy and then, you know, after she gave birth to Blue. But in the meanwhile, while she wasn't performing, while she wasn't pushing out videos, Homegirl had endorsement deals. You saw her on television. You saw her her personal accounts of just, you know, daily, you know, postings or whatever. She was everywhere. Beyonce was everywhere. She was not present, but she was everywhere. And that's just smart ass marketing. That's smart as hell. You down for the count. If we ain't seen you for about a year, yeah, your ass is still everywhere. So I tip my hat, and that's hard work. And I'm sure Beyonce will tell anyone that it was hard. It wasn't easy. There were a lot of things that I'm sure went awry. Okay, let's just bring out the obvious example: Destiny's Child. When that fell apart, Beyonce could have easily just swept it under the rug and just been like, well, so long for that. That didn't work out. And just been bitter for the rest of her life. She could have did that. No. She said, I done poured all this hard work into this. I done made this something bigger than myself. This is gonna live. I don't care if we gotta sit up here and audition chicks off the street. We gon' this train gonna keep going. This train is gonna keep on going. And it was just so awesome because it was a split, you know, and there's always two sides to every story and then the truth. And it was unfortunate to see that because we didn't have a lot of female groups at that time. And we still don't really have too many female groups today. But seeing them break up was, as a fan, it was hard for me. I'm not gonna lie. It was difficult because they just seemed like a great ensemble of females that got along, they grew up together. But I'm sure that was a huge hit to her ego, a huge hit to it. And from what I was told, she went through a very dark time, you know. It's hard when you're building on something so much bigger. Because that right there, that could have been the end of Destiny's Child. It could have been. But Beyonce was not going to let that happen. She had poured too much of herself into it. She had poured too much of everyone's time and effort into it. She wasn't going to let Destiny's Child die. No. And it is nothing short of a miracle that they found Michelle and it just worked better as a trio. It worked better as a trio. So I do. And a lot of people are, well, Beyonce evil, Beyonce this. You don't know what it's like to be Beyonce. I don't know what it's like to be her. And I don't even know really, I mean, besides the stuff that they've opened up to the public about, I don't know what else she's had to go through during this time. The height of her career. So, before people start to try to say what people should and could do, or what they better do, folks should really and truly take a back seat and shut the hell up about stuff. Stuff, especially things that you don't know about, why don't you shut your ass up? Shut up and put in some hard work. So that's, in short, the very short abridged version of what I was going to say just about, you know, me. Ash said it is my baby. I know that there are some really big things in the works for us. And when it's time to share about those things, y'all will be the first ones to know. But in the meanwhile, I want to hear about y'all's next big thing. All right. I don't need to be the only one succeeding on this. I want to hear about everyone else's successes, everyone else's dreams. I want you to hashtag Ash Said It across social media. Tell me what your dream is. I'll announce it on my next podcast. All right. I want to hear about y'all's dream, y'all's journey, because this is not me on a journey on by myself. No, I'm sharing these aspects of my life to empower you all. All right. It's also good for me. It's also good for me to put those things out there and get it out to the masses. But I really want for you all to push forward. I really do. I want you to push past the pain, the sorrow, the disappointment. Sorry, y'all, that was the rest of my little green drink. I'm trying to do better. Trying to do better. So, yeah, but I want to hear about y'all's journeys. I want to hear about what you're doing next. I want to hear all about that. So, that's what I got to say. AshSaidIt.com, AshSaidIt.com. That's the site. Check it right now. Check it right now. And like I said, I'm headed on to Decatur, where it's greater. And we're going to make some magic happen. And we're going to do some big things. And folks going to leave us alone. And folks going to check out AshSaidIt.com. And folks are going to book your girl. Because, yes, I do take bookings still, boo-boo. I do. So I do birthday parties. Apparently, I do church lock-ins, too. Hey. Holler. Let your girl know what's goody. info@ashsaidit.com. info@ashsaidit.com. And remember, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, look them in the face and say, don't believe me, just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history, baby. And the rest is, paperwork. I lay out. Deuces.